Ladies and gentlemen, we are at 22 minutes past 9 a.m. and we are doing great. I am loving the show. I know you are too because your feedback is massive. So I actually love it. As promised, I told you, if you enjoyed our guest number 1 and number 2, this third one is simply going to blow your mind as we close the show. He is already here. He is with us. So I just want him to introduce himself. He's here for a film tour. You know, that is, we hear a lot of music tour, a lot of poetry tour, but a film tour is, it's very rare here and there. But he is here regardless, and he is doing amazing work. So I want you guys to give us around 15-20 minutes of your time, and you're going to learn, you're going to be entertained, and you're going to be educated, and you will have homework of films that you can actually go and watch. Okay? So this one is going to be lovely. Rafael, good morning.
Morning to you.
How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. How are you?
I'm good. How is your Monday morning?
My Monday morning is awesome so far.
Yes. Are you morning person, or has it taken quite some bit of energy to get here?
Well, it has, given that I don't work on a Monday.
Yes.
So to me,
this is your off day.
Yes.
Yeah.
So this is new, but so far so good.
Amazing. I like that. I wish I was you, but then I love the break after this morning show. So I don't know if I would exchange it per se, but I'm glad that you are here. I want you to say hi to guys at home. Introduce yourself. You're the only one who can really, introduce your hats, the many hats that you wear, and just say hi to guys at home on this camera.
Okay. Good morning. I'm Rafael Achanga. I'm a cinephile. I am an art enthusiast. I love art.
Yeah.
And I'm an all-round creative. I am also the director at Casa Rafael and the CEO.
Amazing. I think short, precise, short and sweet introduction. So we've actually talked about the fact that you are familiar to me because you have been here.
I have.
Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, Rafael has actually worked here at KUTV. You told me 2019, 2020?
Yeah, 2019, 2020, just before COVID hit.
Yes. He was doing social media before COVID, before I feel like saying the demon that is COVID-19 happened. But we did have a great time because you walked in and I'm like, wait, you're very, very familiar. So this is where you went to.
Yes.
Yes. So I want to ask, let's back it up a little bit and start from your interest in film. Like how did you really start in film, or you started in acting, or something else that later drew you into the film industry?
Well, I've always been a director my entire life, even though I had no idea.
Yeah.
Because there are things that I was doing and I had no idea.
Yes.
So what happened is, what really marked this moment was around 15 years ago when I was doing stage acting.
Yes.
Because I just loved art.
Yeah.
So I went there for stage acting and I was acting. And then while acting, I was the main character.
Yeah.
Which was really amazing.
Yeah.
Until our director and the assistant had some sort of clash with the church, because I was acting in church.
Yeah.
So they had a clash with the church. So the director and the assistant, they just disappeared.
So they had a fallout.
Yes. So we were left there, sheep without a shepherd.
Literally.
Yeah. So my co-actors, one of them, and her name was Caroline. She approached me and told me, hey Raf, there's this scene that I've been doing with him and I don't think it's good enough. Do you mind taking a look and then giving us your inputs? I was like, guys, I'm just your fellow actor. So I really can't help you. They're like, no, just take a look.
Yes.
And I said, fine, I mean, it won't hurt.
Yeah.
So I did, and after seeing whatever it is that they did, I told them that is horrible, that is pathetic, don't ever do that again.
Classic directors.
So they were like, what do we do? So I told them, talk like this, move like this, react like this. And after working with them, it took me around 15 minutes. Then she brought another set. Another set. And I was like, guys, I am just an actor. I can't do this like so far so good. So I ended up working for 6 hours straight. And yes, until the part where now it was now my turn to actually act. But then how do I act and direct, and I am the main actor?
Yes.
So we had to look for someone to fill in the role as quickly as we could, which we did. And after some time, it actually hit me that I'm the director, because now I need to design the backdrops, I need to come up with synopsis, and I hate doing synopsis. I hate it. So I needed to think big. But luckily enough, since I am an all-round art guy, I know how to paint, so I did the backdrops, I did the synopsis,
Yeah.
I basically did everything.
Yeah.
And we went for those competitions.
Yes.
We wrapped up a number of trophies actually, and it was fantastic.
Amazing.
Yeah.
So the fallout, like I think everything happens for a reason.
Yeah,
so
true,
the
true.
fallout led to your,
Led
to your
to-
inception and
Exactly.
to actually becoming the great man that you are now.
Yes, it did.
So that happened. You bagged a number of trophies.
number of
then
trophies.
yes, then what happened?
And then my victory was short-lived because 5 minutes later, I
Yes.
was like, yes, I've done it.
Yeah.
But it wasn't really mine. I was
Yeah.
using someone else's scripts.
Yeah.
It wasn't really mine.
Yeah.
So if I really want to fit into these shoes, then
Yes.
I really got to step up. So I had to make a few calls, learn a few things, learn how to script. And from then on, I actually learned.
Yes.
The following year, I also wrapped a number of trophies, which was great. Until now, I was introduced into film.
Yes.
And this was funny because also one of now my cast, now I can't call her my fellow actor because now she became my cast.
Yeah.
She told me, hey, what are you doing? I'm at home. Do you mind showing up?
Yeah.
Sure, why not? So I went there. She had a story
Yeah.
and she had a writer's block
Yes.
where you know what you want to do, but you
But
actually
you
can't
somehow
do it. Yeah, you're
can't
stuck.
get to doing it.
Exactly. So I got there. She told me the story and I was like, why are you stuck? You have everything that you need.
Yeah.
So I told her, do this, do that, do this, do that. I gave her every possible scenario. And then she was like, since you already know what you want to do, how about you just do it?
Yes.
Well, it's your story. How do you expect me to write your story?
Yes.
Like, you already know it. Just write it. So I wrote the script, and I gave her the script. And
Yeah.
then I had to go back to my life.
Yeah.
But she kept on looking for me.
Yeah.
Like, hey, so the story is ready. Yes, I know. I gave you the story.
So this is how now you transition, of
Yes,
course, from
yes,
that
now this
victory
is how-
to this new
Yes, this is how I was
film
transitioning
industry.
now into film.
Exactly.
So next thing she told me, I want us to do auditions. I
Yes.
was like, sure, that is no issue.
We can do that. That can be done.
Yeah. So we organized for auditions.
Yes.
People showed up. I was part of the casting crew.
Yeah.
So I told her, you can work with him, her, not him, not
Yeah.
her, with
Yeah.
my own reasons.
Yeah.
But it's a film, so she has to choose. At the end of it all, it's her choice.
Yes, it's her choice
So
on
we-
who she wants to be in it.
Exactly.
Or not.
So we did that, and then I went back to my life.
Yes.
But she looked for me once again.
You need this girl. You need to think about this girl.
Yes,
carefully.
yes. I think about her every single time I write something or
Yeah.
I'm directing something. I
Yeah.
think about her. So she told me, I was hoping you could direct. I was like, wait, what?
Yeah.
I mean, I know I'm a director, but I've only been here for about 2 years and
Yes.
I've been doing stage, not
Yeah,
film. So
yeah.
how do you expect me to actually start directing film? She's like, of all the people I know in this town,
Yeah.
I've chosen you.
Yeah.
Not that people ain't there, but
Yeah.
I've chosen you. There's a
Exactly.
reason why. I was like, okay, if it goes down
Yeah.
the wrong way, I am sorry.
Exactly.
But you chose this.
Yes.
And we shot it. It was actually an action film. We shot it. I knew what I was doing. I also never knew what I was doing.
At the same time.
Yes.
Yes.
So we shot it. I had to get a few contacts because she only had me.
Yes.
That's the thing. She only had me.
True.
Yeah, so I had to be everything. I had to be the AD, the director, the set
Yeah.
designer,
Yeah.
everything you can be in film. I had to be all that.
Yes.
So I had to make a few calls, come
Yes.
with your camera,
Yeah.
let's get these.
Yeah.
We don't have transportation, let's get it.
Yeah.
So we got everything and we shot the film
Yeah.
and it was the best feeling I ever had at that particular moment.
Yeah.
Until it was time for editing. So I told my editor, hey, edit next week, edit next month,
Yeah.
edit next week, edit, I'm busy, edit, I'm busy.
Editors.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I got bored and threw in the towel.
Uh-huh.
So after throwing in the towel,
Yeah.
that really it did a number on me.
So you mean you did an entire film that
entire
you weren't
film.
supposed to do in the first place?
Yes.
So helped out a friend.
Yes.
Put everything together, made calls day and night, made it possible,
Yes.
and then the editor just decided.
Yes, that's exactly what happened.
Okay.
So my spirits went
Editors,
all the way down.
tupatane nyuma ya hema after this. After this, we need to meet. But I know that editing is a lot of work and hard work. But editors, tailors, photographers, same WhatsApp group. Next week, the next month we will have your. Please do your job. Thank you. So that really did a number.
Yes, it did, and I disappeared from the film fray.
Yeah.
I focused on other things.
Yeah.
Music, deco, photography.
Yeah.
But then every night when I'd go to bed,
Yeah.
there was that fire, that
Yes.
voice that I could not put out.
Yeah.
There was always that voice because I'd watch something and I'd be like, nah, that's not good enough. People have done better.
Yes.
Always.
If you give me this equipment, I'd do better with that.
Do better.
Yes.
But then I had this friend. I'd always complain. And he was like, if you hate it so much, then why don't you change it yourself?
Yes.
And
True,
I said,
you
sure
have the
thing.
power to actually do something about it.
And I said, sure thing.
Yeah.
So I began scripting, and I wrote a lot of scripts, a lot. And then I'd still watch something and be like, not good enough, not good enough. He was like, do you have scripts? Yes. Now shoot. So at that point, I became my own hindrance.
Yes.
I tell him, I don't have equipment, I don't have actors, I don't have a location, I don't have this, I don't have that.
Yes.
So I became my own block.
Yeah.
Until this time, someone sent me a poster. You are to do a film using a phone. So just shoot and
you have
submit.
the equipment, you can edit through any app on your phone. So now all the blocks are somehow lifted.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I looked at it and so what do I have to lose?
Nothing.
What do I have to gain?
Yes.
Everything. So I went for it.
Yeah.
I shot that film using a mobile phone, and it was a complete disaster.
Yeah.
And then the next day, someone just called me. I hear you're doing a film and you don't have a camera.
Yes.
I'm coming around.
Yes.
And that was it.
Good friends.
Yeah.
Great people. It's good. Surround yourself with amazing people, resourceful people.
Well, it's like what they say, where there's a will, then there's a way. Yeah. So I had that will, that fire, and everything just followed from there.
Yes.
Yes.
So you did get to actually do the film that you were supposed to do.
Yes, I did the film.
How did it do?
Fantastic. Fantastic.
I love that. Also, of course, if you were to shoot with your phone, it was a short film.
Yes, a short
film.
film.
So it felt like from beginning to end, you felt accomplished.
Yes,
I
did.
You have done it, you have edited it, you have submitted it, and it did amazing.
Yes, it did.
Did that bring you back now?
Yes, it did. It did, because from then, the only way was forward.
Yes.
I couldn't turn back anymore.
True. Yeah.
Because this is what I've always wanted to do my entire life. And now that I've actually begun the journey, why should I stop?
Exactly. Then there was the birth of Casa Rafael.
Yes, the birth of Casa Rafael.
Exactly. So after that short film, you thought, so what was the inspiration behind Casa Rafael, and why the name? Because it's very interesting. Sounds like nataka kwenda Mexico, Yeah.
Well, first of all, I love Spanish.
Yes.
I speak a little Spanish.
Yes.
So I took the term casa. Casa means house in Spanish.
Yeah.
And then you see, when you go to a house, a home, you find many things, different rooms.
Yeah.
You find a living room, a dining, a kitchen, a bathroom, and all these things exist under one roof.
Yes.
They all make a home.
Exactly.
And being the person that I am, I'm a person that can do many things.
Yeah.
So I can do filming, photography, design, I can do all those.
Yeah.
So I wanted to have something that can incorporate all of this.
House
yes, all of
everything,
these together. So
Mm-hmm.
I said, if I find like-minded individuals, then they can jump in.
Exactly.
Or if I find someone who can do two, or you can only do one, but you're really willing to try a second craft, then Casa is the place for you to be.
Yes.
Yes, that's how Casa was born.
Amazing. So that loosely translates to like Raphael's house.
No, it's the house of Rafael.
The house of Raphael.
Yes.
Okay, Nairobi University and University of Nairobi depends with where you went to school, but you want to take people in that can be able to, do a thing or two in the film industry.
Not just film.
What is the goal? What is the goal of Casa Rafael? What are the type of people that you're looking to bring them in?
Now, the goal of Casa Rafael is to bridge the gap between talents and opportunities.
Yes.
Because it's not very easy for a talent, you are new, fresh to the market, and then you go and land yourself a big gig.
Exactly.
It's very difficult.
Yes.
And as Casa Rafael, we love working with the new people.
Yes.
Because if we don't give you the chance, then who will? So we give you that platform, we give you that opportunity. We won't judge you. Actually, we love breaking you in. That way you have a foundation.
Yes.
Yes.
So basically any kind of creative skill, like whether you are...
But we have 6 pillars that we stand with Casa
I want to
Rafael.
hear those 6 pillars.
So one is film,
yes,
which
of course.
is basically why I'm sitting here.
Exactly.
We have film,
yes.
We have music,
yes.
We have deco, that is interior and exterior.
Yes.
We have fashion and design, we have modeling, and then we have events. Yes.
Amazing. So and that is pretty broad, like a lot of people can fall into any of those categories. I feel like that's a good basis, because I cannot think like from, on top of my head, what else can someone be doing that does not fall under those categories, especially as a creative in general.
True.
So I think that is quite a wide base to invite a lot of people to get in there. So what do they do exactly? Say I sing. I cannot sing to save my life, but say I can sing and I want to join Casa Rafael. Like what is it that I get by joining?
You get a lot of things.
Yeah.
First of all, they give you a platform.
Yes.
So, there are two kinds of singers. There's someone that's very green.
Yes.
You've never been to a studio, but deep down there is that fire.
Yes.
There is that talent that's there, okay? So with you, we have your own special treatment. And there is you who's out there, you've done your music. So when you join Casa Rafael, you get advantage. Because if we are doing a film right now, and your music fits in our film,
we use your music in our film.
Yes.
Okay.
And we don't just use it. You see, and we don't just use it.
Yes.
Because if your music was being used out there, then you'll be paid.
Exactly.
So the film department will pay you as much as you're part of us.
Exactly.
We'll still pay you.
We will recognize that is something that you have brought to the table that deserves some type of recognition.
Yes, and minus that, we manage you as an artist. We get you gigs out there. Yes, so we really look at the gigs that you're applying for, or gigs that are actually there for you.
Yes.
We look at them and then we evaluate them. How do they lift you up as an artist?
Exactly.
If they don't, then it's a no-go.
Yeah,
If
my director is mentioning and applauding this what you are doing as Casa Rafael and saying this is a very forward way of thinking about our industry, which has been the problem, because you want to join a group, but I am acting in the group for free. My music is being used for the film for free. So even my own do not recognize that this can translate into monetary value, So this, I want to applaud that as my director is doing so as well. I think it's a very forward way into solving a lot of problems that we are having, because we have the talent, but getting the money in has usually been the problem. So if you are a set designer, you get to you get to do set designing and be paid for that.
And be paid for that.
Yes.
That
Amazing.
way, you see, it's not something that we look at, but we have to.
Yes.
In that, if the film doesn't sell, and we use the music department, the interior department, and the music, and the film doesn't sell, how many departments in Casa have failed?
Yes.
You see, a lot of departments. But then if the film can pay all these other guys, then it's only the film department that has paid. And now you guys as film, you have to pull up.
Exactly.
Yes, because we can't be making losses.
Exactly.
As much as we're doing art, it's still business.
Yeah, because we are doing art. So I like that it is art, but it is also business oriented.
Yes.
Because this film has to sell. Otherwise, our set design is not going to be paid. Our music, the person who provided for us the music that we're using is not going to be paid.
Yes.
So I think that gives you an extra push, even as you work on your film.
Yes,
There's a lot at stake that goes in, the work that you are actually putting in.
Yes,
what are some of the challenges of, being there? Because I am sure in the course of your working, you have had films that have not sold as much as you wanted them to. So what are some of the challenges in there?
The main challenge is actually funding.
Yes.
Funding.
Yes.
Because being an indie filmmaker, it's fun, but it's not easy.
Yeah.
Because you need funds to get better locations.
Yes.
You need funds to secure those better locations.
Exactly.
You need funds to get quality equipment.
Yes.
And without funds, everything is just shady. So that is the main challenge that we face.
Yes, that you are facing.
Yes.
And I have seen, I have been looking into some content creators in Kenya, and there are beautiful spaces. There are beautiful spaces in this country that you can get to create.
Yes.
But they require money. They require funding to actually secure those spots. So how can that be sorted?
Well, that can be sorted in a way that if we get, let's say, an investor, it's fine. But minus that, you can also support us in kind.
Exactly.
You'll be like, hey, Casa, I've got a real estate agent. I've got a location. You guys have a script. Can it fit? Come take a look.
Exactly.
That way we market you. And you see,
amazing.
We all benefit.
Yes. And KUTV Kenya giving you a platform to say this. You see, guys, this
and I appreciate it so much. Thank you very much.
Exactly. So if you're an investor out there, you'd like to invest in young people and with returns, because I believe someone won't put in $1 million in Casa and get out with nothing.
Obviously not.
Of course. So this is business that can be done very efficiently and very proficiently with a film, with with a house like Casa Rafael.
Yes.
Okay, so I hope that you guys are looking out for that. Our time is running vibaya sana. I want us to talk about the film that Casa has done. You have 3 films out so far.
Yeah, so far 3.
Yeah, so we started with Shadow.
Shadow, yes.
Shadow was your first film. How was that experience?
Shadow was basically the genesis of all this.
Yes.
Because the hardest thing is usually that first step.
Yes.
It's usually the most hardest thing
even
ever.
in life, your first car, your first film, it's always the hardest.
It's always the hardest. And we were really ambitious because Shadow is a horror film.
Yes.
And it required some sort of technology behind it
Yes.
because we had to use a green screen.
Yes.
And remember, it's our first project.
Exactly. That was my next question, because I was like, okay, Rafael, I know you're a hard worker, but why on earth would you start with a horror movie? Like, I believe there was a lot of investment that goes into a horror movie. So how did you land in that decision though?
I think the best answer is we either go big or we go home.
Done. We are, ladies and gentlemen, we are done for the day. So how did Shadow turn out?
Shadow, actually, it was okay. It was amazing because we just did it. We were like, we just need this first step.
Yes.
As long as we can take it, everything else will follow. And we took that first step.
Yeah.
And we sold the link.
Yeah.
We got this information from our DOP. His name is Sam.
Yeah.
He told us, hey, I know you guys are just starting out, and it's best if you can actually make some funds out of this. Because we did, when we chose to do Shadow, we did it so that we can just establish a footprint somewhere. Then he said we can actually make cash out of it. So it's like, let us set this video as private, that way you can buy the link. And that's how we actually got to get some returns.
Exactly, from Shadow. And then you moved from Shadow and you moved to Encircled.
Yes, from Shadow to Encircled.
Exactly. What was Encircled about?
Encircled was a drama film. It basically talks about how we relate to each other as friends, as a family. And there's a very thin line that separates this. Because even if I'm to stay with you for 2 days, at one point, things are going to go south. At one point.
Exactly.
So how do we solve this? How do we go about it?
Yeah.
That's basically it.
Try hosting your sister for a day, and you will realize the things that come with it. Because of our time, and I know you have worked on Shadow, figured a way of making at least some returns from it. And Circled, I know you learned some lessons from the first film that you actually put into the second film. And now you're working on Unfaithful.
On Unfaithful,
yes. So what are some of the lessons that you really picked up from the first and the second that you have put in the third? That you feel, if Unfaithful was your first film, you wouldn't have done it as good, because unless it was now the third. What are some of the lessons that you've picked along the way?
Number one, proper planning.
Yes.
Number two, always have up to plan Z. A, B, C, D, all the way up to Z, because these things
one
fail.
Fails, you need to have 26 more.
Yes, these things fail, and they fail bad. Yes, so plan and plan and plan. Yes. Number two, don't be so sure about everyone and everything. Yes, people flip at the very last minute. When you don't expect, they just flip. Yes.
So plan, and that's why you need all these plans, so that if this one flips, you have a plan B and a plan C and a plan D. Okay, when is Unfaithful premiering?
28th of May.
On the 28th of May. Yes. Where will it be premiering?
Anga Panari.
Yes. Okay, how much will the tickets go for?
Right now, early bird is 1,200. Yes. And then after we close the early bird, it goes 15.
Yes.
At the gate, 2.
Yes.
2
At
Gs.
the gate will be 2 Gs.
Yes,
so
2 Gs.
Guys, you have an entire month, actually an entire 2 months to prepare.
2 months
you
to prepare.
can surely save some 1,200. I know you people, I know the kind of things you're spending your money on. I think you can manage to spend 1,200 on a film, and if you're a bit late, 1,500 at the gate, 2 Gs. Okay, so kindly go ahead and buy that now. Where can they buy the ticket?
We have a pay bill, 933-2515. 933-2515.
No, repeat that slowly. This is where the money is at.
933-2515. Pay bill number.
2515.
Yes.
933-2515. Account?
Louis Mushiri.
Louis Mushiri.
Yes.
Okay, Louis Mushiri. Guys, you need to get this. Louis Mushiri is the account.
Yes, 933 is the director of Casa Rafael.
Yes. Amazing. So 933-2515. I am going to ask Rafael to give us his social media handles so that you can repeat. When I get the money, I'll be able to, I wonder where was that pay bill. So give us your social media handles as we do this.
Personally, I'm not on socials. That's who I am. But you can find me through the company.
Yes.
Instagram at Casa_Rafael, YouTube Casa Rafael, Twitter Casa Rafael, the Casa Rafael at gmail.com.
Yes, so Casa Rafael, Rafael may not be there, but Casa Rafael is
Casa
there.
Rafael is there.
So just look for Casa Rafael. I'm sure you post and repost.
Yes, and you can also call us at 0785 159 414.
Yes, we are going to be repeating that. Okay, we are going to be repeating that for you in just a bit in our art calendar. But 28th of May, you have a chance to watch Unfaithful and you're going to be enjoying it. Our time is much spent. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having me.
Phenomenal. I am going to remind them. We are going to put this in our art calendar so that we can keep reminding them on when Unfaithful is going to actually premiere and come, for them to come, for us to come and actually see, as I corner Rafael to give me one ticket. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. You guys are amazing. Let's close our lounge and then come and close the show.